It has been, I think, 3 weeks of classes so far, and we're getting in the groove, and it's been a time. So the beginning of my week was pretty lame. I didn't really do anything Monday or Tuesday except for like study and schoolwork. But on Wednesday we had there was a basketball game that the Perks danced at. We danced at the men's basketball game, and my friend Summer, who was on the cheerleaders, was cheering. And so I hung out with her for the second half of the game, and she's convinced me to think about auditioning for cheer next year, which I think would be really fun. There were 2 girls last year who did Perks and cheer, so it is doable. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It was also an interesting game because we thought that it was going to be 4 quarters, like sometimes basketball is, but instead it was 2 halves. We were not ready for halftime at all, and so we go out at what we thought was the quarter to like stretch and warm up and stuff, and one of the guys came out and he was like, "Are you guys dancing?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he said, "We have to go now." We're like, "What?" So then we ran out, and we weren't like warmed up or anything, but we performed, and apparently we did pretty well. So that's always good. Thursday also was super unexciting. Nothing happened. Friday, I had a master class that I went to, which was super fun. The girl's name was Deborah, I think. And we did a lot with, at first, with like facial and like putting emotion into movement, and then we learned a really fun combination where she kind of like was saying it was like awkward and suave, and that's like a really cool place to live when you're a dancer. It's a place that you don't think you'd have to live. At least you don't think you'd have to live in the awkward. Also on Friday, Bree's parents came up and took a bunch of us out to dinner for her birthday. Her birthday was last weekend. So her parents came up and they took us out to dinner, and it was really good. It was at an Italian restaurant, which the service was a little slow at, but the actual food itself was really good. On Saturday, in preparation for the Super Bowl, Bree, her big Summer, who's also my friend Summer mentioned earlier, and Julie and I went to Joann Fabrics to get football fabric so that we can make football letters for the Super Bowl. And then we had a tea party for COBs, which is continuous open bidding, which is basically if you want to pledge a sorority after Rush has gone through, because usually it's because the sorority didn't meet house total, which is the number of people we need to bring in for each pledge class. So we didn't meet house total next semester, but because we missed it by I think like 4 people, we are having a small pledge class, but they're all technically going to be COBs because there's no Pan-Hell Rush in the spring. So we had a tea party event to kind of like let them meet all the sisters to see if this is like what they really wanted to do. And then that night, Bree, Summer, and I chilled here, and we made the letters, and and we watched Wonder Woman because Summer has never seen it, and I can't believe she's never seen Wonder Woman. And then we watched a movie called What If, which has Daniel Radcliffe in it, and it was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good love story. On Sunday, I was supposed to go to Manito, but I was really nervous about the snow because the girl who normally drives wasn't going to be going, and I was nervous about driving in the snow. So I decided not to go, which I'm glad I made that decision because Max and Evan had gone home this weekend, and when Max came back, he said when he got back to campus was around the time that I would be getting back to campus from Manito, and he said the roads were really bad. So I'm glad I didn't end up going out. Also, on Friday night, Bree and I cleaned the entire apartment, because why not? And then, yeah, we watched the Super Bowl, and the Eagles won! Woo, woo! I'm an Eagles fan. I literally don't care about sports unless like my sports team is in like the Super Bowl or something. But I was watching football on Friday, and I understand football, so I guess it's more entertaining to watch now than when I was younger, because now I understand what's happening. When I was younger, I was like, why are they all tackling each other? So I got super into it, and all my friends like had their cameras open for Julie and I, because we were like screaming, especially in the end, and we were holding hands, and we were like, there's 13 seconds left. They're not getting a touchdown. They can't get a touchdown. And, like, absolutely screaming, and Julie started crying, and it was amazing. Oh, it was so fun. What a time. What a time. It was a pretty fun week. A little bit stressful. I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, like, Wednesday into Thursday, but I got it all figured out. I'm getting a tutor for one of my classes because I just don't vibe with his teaching style, which is fine. So I am getting a tutor to get extra help for that. Yeah, I think that's like pretty much all that's happened this week. I know it's technically Monday, but also yesterday was the Super Bowl, so. Alright, well,